Hi guys, this is the first video of the month really properly looking at my Tau. I did that little one a few days ago with the Wood Elves as well, but this is an actual Tau project update. So to start off with, I went back to my Devilfish and just did a bit of highlighting on it. I noticed when we were playing yesterday with it, it looked a little bit bland on the battlefield, so it's fairly subtle. You probably can't really see it too well, but there's just some highlighting there to help it pop a bit more on the battlefield. I'll still need to do a little bit on the back there, but I think the difference is noticeable and it does make it look a little bit nicer there. So that's that. I also went back to one of my battle suits, the normal guy, and I've added some extra highlights to him, so I think he's looking a bit nicer now. I used some of the new Citadel Bloodletter glaze, which did a nice job of fixing up where some of the frosting had occurred from the Citadel primer, the Purity Seal spray, which gave it that kind of weird look, but now it's kind of got its redness back, which is quite nice. I think he's a charming little guy. I've also started working on 3 more battle suits. These are guys, you've seen these before, just primed, but I've actually been working on putting some colour down on them now. So I'm going to carry on with those today, and hopefully in a couple of hours they'll be looking quite nice. Going to get them ready in time for the 1000 point phase of the campaign, which starts at this weekend. It's a 500 points campaign for the first 4 weeks, and then yeah, next month, August, it'll be 1000 points. So yeah, those guys should be ready for that. Heck, they should be ready even sooner really. And I've also got assembled, not primed yet, a second Piranha, which I am looking forward to working on as well. That'll give me one with the Fusion Blaster and one with a Pulse Rifle there. I find it a bit easier to put this one together than the first one, mainly because I'm a bit more used to assembling the plastic kits than I was when I first made the other Piranha. That was one of my first plastic vehicle kits in over 10 years. So yeah, that's that. So you'll probably see that one painted up quite soon. Now, I mentioned I had the Devilfish on a table the other day, and that is because I played a 500 point per army game at my local Games Workshop. It was the last official set of games of 5th edition. So I've got my 6th edition army kind of planning out. I still need to see the new rules, but one thing that they did at Games Workshop, when you pre-ordered the rulebook, you could choose a card. There's lots of different cards, each of them have optional rules that you can bring into play during the campaign. So I ended up with the Allied Support card. You may add up to 100 points of Allied forces to your army from another codex. Your allies must come from your or a neutral faction. These units do not take up a force organisation slot. So that's pretty cool. It's not very specific about what kind of unit it has to be. Now the allies, those are already on the website, the Games Workshop website, so you can see who can ally with who, which is pretty nice. That's how it looks like they can pretty much ally with almost anyone except Tyranids. Even some of the ones like Forces of Chaos and the Dark Elder, you can team up with them. So I'm looking forward to trying out some different combinations, and it's an opportunity to paint up some different units without having to commit to an army. which I'm looking forward to. Or I might just use some of my orcs and get in there and be a bit smashy with the Tau, backing them up with firepower. And yeah, the match we had yesterday, it was a single objective based mission. It was Xenos versus the Imperium, and you had Sisters of Battle come into it later, but you had Grey Knights and Dark Angels on one side versus my Tau, some Orcs and some Necrons on the other side, and there was like a watchtower in the centre of the board, and basically we had to get a troop's choice up to the watchtower, grab the objective and get it off our own table edge. Now it ended up as a bit of a draw, because although the Orcs got in there and grabbed it early, the Sisters of Battle came in around turn 4 and just absolutely massacred pretty much all of us. And then the Dark Angels Dreadnoughts came along, took out the last Orc that was holding onto the objective, and by the end of the game nobody was holding it. So I believe that particular objective is going to be carried over to the first game of the new campaign on the 1st of July. So yeah, it was a good game. Like I said, I didn't really have a conclusive ending as such, but I enjoyed it. And yeah, looking forward to getting the new rulebook on next Saturday, and I'll probably post a video about that if I don't post anything sooner, which I probably will. So, thanks for watching, thanks for listening to me ramble on a bit there, and I'll see you in the next video.